So I want to do this video and understand that how can we address, like, what are some of the recourses that people can actually take if they have made some sort of similar mistakes, and how do they get back into the game, right? So I want to start by firstly asking you, if it is 40s, if you're in your 40s already and you haven't done much, is it already too late?
The straight answer, one word answer is no.
Okay.
See, thing is, retirement planning, if you're doing in your 20s and 30s, you can do it at a comfortable pace.
Right.
While maintaining a reasonable living standard, because compounding is taking care of it. Okay, so you can maintain a reasonably high living standard.
Right.
With even a lower savings rate. Okay, you can send your children to a costly schools.
Right.
Okay. You can also make additional provisions, okay, to send them to, for international studies, okay, and all that. So basically, it gives you more leg room to basically enhance your living experience.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It puts you in a comfortable position if you start in 20s.
Right.
Okay. If you start in 30s, then leg room become
Little less.
room become bit cramped. Okay. And if you're starting in 40s, you are just against the wall.
Right.
Okay. But is it late? It is not late. It's just that you have to live with a very extremely high savings rate. Okay, you have to cut down on your expenses. Okay, maybe you cannot send your kid to a school that is charging 60,000-70,000 per month. Okay, if you want to make room for retirement, you might have to settle for a school that might be charging 20,000-30,000. Cut down on expenses a bit. Okay, most important part in your 40s, if you're going for retirement planning, that you should have some real estate at your name. At least the house that you're going to live in, okay, should be in place. Okay, there should be a decent exposure, a decent, I would say, corpus. Some corpus would be there. I'm not saying it would be professional retirement planning.
Correct.
Some corpus would be there to take care of emergencies.
Right.
Some corpus should be accumulated for children, okay, for purpose of their marriage or education, for future expenses. Something would be there. Right. At least to bare minimum, you would have done some tax savings. Okay, so some money would be there in PPF or EPF.
Right.
So it's not like you don't have anything.
Yes. Usually in this scenario, it is not like people have blown every single rupee they've made. It's not like that, but they've been pretty haphazard in the way they have managed.
But one thing is there, if you are thinking of starting your entrepreneurial venture in next 3 years or 2 years or next say 5 years, that's that bit difficult. Okay, if you're looking for something, some divergence from a typical your service role, employment role, that you are working in an IT company, okay, there, and now you're thinking, okay, I have 15 years of working life left, let's try something, some entrepreneurial venture should be tried, or something new should be tried, I should learn something new, take some risk. Though that risk taking capability goes
down significantly.
Yes, that's not there. That's right. That we have to accept.
Yeah.
Okay. But in general, you have to, in 40s, you have to look at the savings rate of minimum of 40%. Okay, if you want to make it through, if you have already built the house, your liabilities are mostly paid off. Let's say you build the house, starting building house in 35. Okay, took the loan in 35 for house.
Right.
Okay, you are already somewhere in the middle. Your salary would have increased some 5 times from the levels when you were 35. You were 35. Right. It would be a very small portion of your monthly package. Now, that salary. Okay, that can be easily taken care of. Okay, so even in 45, if you focus on savings rate, okay, cut down a bit on expenditure. Okay, you can still make it very.
Right. On this part, I just want to slightly go on a little bit of another dimension to this, which is there is starting late, which is what we are discussing. Is there such a thing as starting wrong when it comes to retirement planning?
If you look at the financial planning overall, in general, I see it more like workout. Okay. I see it more like that. Okay, so let's say your weight is 120 kg, you are in your 40, you are around 45, 50, okay, and you want to become fit, you want to reduce the weight, okay. So there's one way of, one approach is you start with what you can do, okay. Yes. You go with something that you can do for next 20 years, 30 years, make it part of your lifestyle.
Consistent, yeah.
If you make it part of your lifestyle, you are going at your own pace, you are not looking for cutting 40 kilo in, 3 months. Yeah. You're saying gradually you can go for it, okay, without impacting your health, okay, without putting an additional strain on your body, okay. Another approach is
I want to lose 20 kilos in 2 months.
Totally go bazooka on that, okay. You are going, your target is to lose as much as possible, as soon as possible, okay. So there the risk is, first of all, you are taking something that is true strenuous. You might not be able to continue throughout your life. You might not be able to do it for next 10 years. You might be looking for a short-term arrangement, some 3, 4, 6 months painful period that can do everything. The biggest danger is there, you can be injured, okay, there can be any injury and you will be out of the game altogether.
Correct.
Okay. Correct. And that's what people do with their wealth planning. Okay. So if you are late, you are 45, 46. Solution is to do it for next 15 years. By the time you have 15 years.
Right.
Put more effort. Okay. Put more savings. Okay. Take the risk which is suitable for you. Like when you're sitting at 45, 46. Okay. Ideal rate that you should target should be 10 to 15%, 10 to 15% in a year. You cannot go for 25, 30.
Right.
Small cap, mid cap, Bitcoin. Those are, you cannot do, over allocation to those categories.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So most of the allocation would be in large cap. Some slice of debt would be there. Okay. Right. More on cautious side, 10 to 15%. That's your range. Okay.
Got it.
What people do exactly, they get panicked and they want to make up for lost years by going into riskier investments.
Right. And this particular style of doing it in the right way, this applies at any age, right? It doesn't really matter whether it is in 40s.
The thing is, if when you are 25, like I give you example of exercising and workout. Okay, right. Even if there is an injury, it can be healed very easy. It can heal very quickly, right? You are young.
Right.
Okay, bones are relatively fresh. You are young. Okay, you can recover very quick. You can recover, and you can go for it again. Right. There is a time for you to give it another shot. Okay. When you're 35, yes, risk is a tad bit higher, but still, you can recover to a large extent, right, and go for it. But when you're 45, 50, the injury can be permanent. Yes. Okay. So same happens with wealth planning. So when you're 25, yes, you can take risk. You can go for mid cap, small cap. Okay. There's a time for correction. Even if let's say mid cap, the small cap category, like in from 2005 to 2019, small cap gave literally 0% returns. Right. Okay. You can go for those long periods of underperformance when you're starting young because you have time to recover. Okay. Even if you do something wrong as you are in your prime earning years, your best earning years are yet to come. Okay. So definitely there is a scope for course correction. Okay. In 30s, it's a tad bit tight. Okay. But in 40s, your prime years you're already at the end of your prime years.
Yeah. You cannot past it. Yeah.
You're just past it. You cannot expect the income growth that you've seen in 20, 30 years in 20-30% in 30s. That would continue at the same pace in your 40s. Right. Okay. If something goes wrong, there's a very little time for course correct. If you are in, let's say, lose 50% money in the next 3 years in a small cap fund, right? Okay, so you will get back on track. You will get panicked because you are nearing your retirement. Okay, it's always better to stick to your risk profile according to your age. You should focus on risk. Okay, the first thing is the risk. According to the risk, how much return is possible without breaching the risk limits. Okay, and with that return possible. Okay, how much I have to put every month to reach the retirement corpus, right? Okay, and then you back calculate how much savings rate is needed. Okay, right. If you are not reaching the retirement corpus using that, if you believe that this present savings rate is not sustainable, okay, to make sufficient savings to reach the retirement corpus, there's a clear indication that you are living out of your means.
So now coming to this part of, suppose, like you said, if somebody is starting late at around 45, right? What can be, what are some of the steps which we can kind of look at as a 5-year comeback plan for somebody in their 45 who, like I said, it's not like they have completely not done anything, but their investment or so-called savings journey has been pretty haphazard. But now at 45, they have decided that, you have to get your act together. What might be the comeback plan for this person?
You have to start with some basic thumb rules. Okay. So let's say your family income is, let's say, 5 lakh rupees a month.
Okay.
I'm just giving
combined income.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you can assume that most of the responsibilities will be taken care of by the retirement. Okay. Right. Let's say retirement is at 60. Okay. And most of the responsibility will already be taken care of. Okay. So 30% of this monthly income might be a right number as retirement income.
Okay. 30% of the current income.
Right. Okay. There would be inflation. Okay. So for retirement income, you can assume that it would be doubling 12 to 15 years. Doubling 12 to 15 years is the right number. Okay. Because it's not about the lifestyle.
It's about the inflation.
It's about the basics. Yeah. Okay. It's about the basics. Yep. It's not about the lifestyle. I will come to lifestyle part also later on. Okay. You can say that, okay, so 1.5 is there. If 5 lakh is the monthly income, 1.5 monthly income is there. Okay. So at the time of retirement, you would need 3 lakh rupees. You have to double this amount, 6 lakh, and multiply it by 100. Okay. It will become 6 crore. 6 crore is needed for your retirement.
Right. And also your retirement period also matters, right? Yes. That also is another factor that comes in.
No, it's not about the retirement. Retirement period is taken care by inflation. Okay. It's taken care by inflation.
No, I mean the duration of your retirement. So if you're retiring at 60 and if you live until 80, You have a 20-year lifespan, but if it is 90, that's 30-year lifespan.
Actually, if you use this method, it will take care of it.
Okay.
So it will be an increasing corpus, because I'm assuming that 8% return would be available on retirement corpus at the end of the day.
Okay.
And you are taking out 6%. By my calculations, using this method, you are taking out 6%.
Got it.
So you have an increasing corpus.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
it
there
will
is something getting added back.
added back. You can get the inflation adjusted retirement income. Okay.
Right.
Eventually, every year you can take a step up. Okay.
Right.
And you can carry on. It will last you forever. It is not a declining balance. It will
Okay.
last you forever. So that's the ideal thing that should be there.
Okay.
I'm talking about the ideal thing.
Ideal scenario.
This is the ideal scenario. You can do some 10 to 20% top up to take care of lifestyle issues, like foreign travels at time. You want to buy a new car at some point when you are 70, when your license get renewed for last time.
Right.
Okay. Something like that. Okay. Some things you have not done when you are busy with the family. Okay. So let's say 10 to 20% top up is also there. Okay. So you're talking about somewhere around 7 to 7.5 crore corpus for retirement alone.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Generally, if you plan till, let's say, 90, I would say I typically advise clients to plan till 100. Okay.
100. Okay.
100. Okay. Because when they are gone, their family might live on, the wife might live on. Okay. So if you have house, you can reduce it by 1/3.
Got it. Okay.
You can basically reduce it by 1/3.
Right.
Okay. So instead of 7.5, you might be settling with 5 only, because it's a declining balance.
Right.
You can live with declining balance, right? 100. Principal is not needed.
Yeah.
You can live with declining balance. So if you make a declining balance, you can live till 5. Live with 5 crore as well. So it depends. Now you have to back calculate to reach 7.5 crore, assuming a return of 12%. Assume everything else is a premium.
Right.
What would be the NPS, EPF, and PPF balance, the tax savings that you've done? Okay, deduct that from the principal.
Right.
Okay. Whatever left, then you have to back calculate how much you need to put, assuming 12% returns. Okay. For example, if you are, let's say, sitting at 48, you are at the age of 48. Okay. And you need a corpus of around 5 crore. Okay. So you need to put every month around 1.5 lakhs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
1.5
Into the plan.
Into the plan, 1.5 lakh you have to put. So the 1.5 lakh is comfortable if your family income is 5 lakhs. But if it is 3 lakh, it might be a tad bit difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to make adjustments in line with that. Okay. So there might be, your earning expectations might be higher. You have to adjust that. You might have to cut back on your lifestyle ambitions that you have. Okay. It will reduce it by 20%. Corpus will reduce by 20%. So what I told you is the ideal corpus.
Got it.
Ideal corpus is that.
To live comfortably.
Live comfortably. Okay.
Okay.
So if the retirement shortfall is, let's say, 5 crore after taking care of your NPS and all, so you need to put 1.5 lakh.
Right.
Okay. So this is how retirement planning should be approached. It's always a backward calculation.
Right.
Okay. So it's a reverse engineering, I would say. Okay. So you first need to decide what would be your income that would be needed at age of 60. Okay. Then you have to decide what would be the corpus to serve that income indefinitely. Let's say you're living for till 200 years, 300 years. Okay, forever. Okay. So what would be the income that would be needed? What would be the corpus that would be that would serve that? Okay, that I already told you.
Yeah.
Double the monthly income multiplied by 100. That's the corpus you need. Okay, simple mathematics. Okay. And then you have to see, you want to give a top up for lifestyle and all, 10 to 20% you want to give, you can give it.
Right.
Okay.
So this doubling of salary multiplied by 100, that is the bare minimum corpus you need.
That is the ideal scenario.
No, that is the corpus you need to maintain the existing lifestyle.
That is something that would give you a leeway if you live till 150 years, in case 200 years. That's something that will remain with you forever. Come what may, this corpus would serve you. Okay, it will last you for 500 years, 1000 years. It's never deplete. It's a non-depleting corpus.
Okay.
So basically, you are not dipping into principal,
right,
to get the income.
Got it.
Okay, so that's the ideal scenario, and you give a top up of 20% on top of it. Okay, but you don't live till 200 years, right? You have to be so you back calculate, check how much you need to put every month. Okay, if you are in 30s, you can assume 15% returns. Okay, you can build some corpus around that. If you are in 40s, mid 40s, you can consider 12%.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are in 50s, it might be 10%.
Right.
Okay, if you are in if you are in 20s, it might be, you can think about 18 to 20%. 20% you can look for. Okay, so based on where you stand, you figure out how much you need to put every month.
Got
okay,
it.
Then you see if that savings rate possible. If that savings rate is not possible, okay, so you have to basically reduce the corpus by 1/3, because you are not going to live forever. You can dip into principal, actually.
Correct.
Okay, you can reduce that ideal corpus by 1/3 and then try to then try to recalculate and see if
Got it.
that savings rate is possible.
Got it.
Even even here, if the retirement shortfall is not getting covered by your savings rate, that means you are basically living out of your limits. Okay,
Right.
and you might have to consider junking lifestyle upgrades altogether, and you might have to scale down your expectations, lifestyle expectations.
Got it.
Certain things cannot be compromised, like medical insurance or
Correct.
But how if you are living, let's say, in a big city, Mumbai, you are living, or in Delhi, you are living, you can consider moving to a tier 2, tier 3 cities, capital of the states. Okay,
Correct.
you can find similar living standards, medical facilities, whatever.
Right.
Whatever you need, clean air, you can go for there. Rents would be lower. Okay, you can give the present house on the rent here.
Correct.
And pay lower rent there. Okay, relatively. Inflation, cost of living is lower on those sides. So you have to basically think about it, how you can maintain the living standard, but desired living standard within your means.
Got it. So this is great. Now the one video which I want to do as a follow up to this, and even for the viewers watching this gave us a good idea in terms of, especially if you're slightly behind the curve in terms of your retirement planning. Then what is the way in which you can approach the entire course correction, so to speak, to kind of get back on track. Now, the more important question to answer here, of course, is that this is all well and good in theory, but to put it into practice, to actually implement this, are you able to do it on your own, or what would be the right professional help that you might consider bringing in? That would be a follow-up video. Do check out those things as well. Once again, thanks a lot.